Everybody, I want to show you this cool book that I found at the bookseller today. It's called Codes, Ciphers, Secrets, and Cryptic Communications. Now, one of the cool things that it mentions in this book is Hooke's apparatus. You see a little dialogue right there. And it mentions some of the code symbols in here that was involved with this method. And then you can see right here on the next page, it has each of these symbols plus a letter of the alphabet next to it that each one stands for. And it goes from left to right, being starting with A and ending with the number 10. It does A through Z, the and sign, the little squiggle with the line through it, and then it counts 1 through 10, starting with A, and then ending with 10 right here, which is, I think is pretty cool. And it mentions various other methods in here. Of course, it has some basic ones. Like this one, it says, the following chart indicates 1 year's progress. And each one has a crescent moon with a different symbol on it, like grass, this person right here, the bird, starting with January, ending in December. It has certain ones for the moon, the sun, the moon. Then it has this one, it says moon, night, sun, moon, new, moon, half, moon, full. Certain things like that. Let me see in here a couple other things. It even covers Egyptian code, stuff like that. It has right here, I'm going to show you, it says Evans, well, it's talking about Evans, I guess. He was a guy who studied this stuff. I mean, I'm not too educated on all this. I don't know all the people and all that yet, but this is one thing it has. Let me see here. It says the first column right here, linear B, then Cypriot, and then Cypriot sound values. So you see this one, linear B, Cypriot, and then it the sound value is for Poe, and things like that. I mean, it's a pretty interesting book, I think. And like right here, this next other page, it studies Mesopotamian script, ciphers. And then, of course, it has the moon-type alphabet, these little signals here, going from A through Z. It has hand signals. And I remember when I was at the bookseller and I was looking through this, somewhere in this book, it had the 11011100 type of code also. And there's also what's called the Knox cipher, which is right here. Let me see. Yeah, right here down at the bottom for certain letters. And I'm going to read you the paragraph above it. Knox cipher, an audible variation on the Polybius checkerboard, was developed by Russian prisoners over the centuries. This system involves sequences of taps representing the rows and columns of a checkerboard of alphabet letters. One tap followed by 2 indicates row 1, column 2, or the letter B. A pause represents the division between rows and columns. If a prisoner had early news of a jailer's pending arrival, he could send a message guard coming, guard coming being in quote unquote, as follows. G being knock, 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 knock. I mean, this right here stands for the phrase, guard coming, and you can, if you want to pause the video and look at that, I mean, I'm probably giving somebody some information right here that I shouldn't be giving, but I mean, if this book was banned or wasn't allowed to be sold anywhere, you know, I don't even think a used bookstore would have this, one that's as public as the bookseller is. So if you want to pause the video, I mean, look at that as an example for individual letters, then, you know. But, let's see. I mean, it's a real basic book. I mean, I think it's pretty detailed based on what I know, which is very little, but it also has the triangle and trapezoid transpositions right here, and it has, you know, that system right there. Both triangles and trapezoids can help make transpositions. The plain text is placed in the figures according to the number of words and the shape of the figure, which can be expanded or reduced to suit the missive. The phrase is, peace can be achieved when it is built among vigilance and strength. The keyword diplomatics is numbered sequentially, in alphabetical order. For the first figure, a triangle, the plain text is placed horizontally from the apex to the base. Because of the width of the base, the keyword is repeated, and its repeating characters are numbered sequentially. And that's pretty much, peace can be achieved when it is built upon vigilance and strength, is what this pyramid, or this triangle system right here says. But that's what this is pretty much just giving an example of what you base it on for any phrase or, you know, system in which you are putting into it for the code, which I think is pretty cool. And I might do another vlog at some point about this book, but it's a really interesting book. And if you ever find a copy of something like this, or find this book specifically, and you're interested in this kind of stuff, for, let's just say, the correct purposes, for the sake of this video, then I definitely recommend getting it, because this is, among some other books, this is one of the many in which I will be studying through, just for really my own education. So, I just want to share this with you, and I'll see y'all later.